Hello, Scuba here. Welcome back to Arcadia. It's time to become a better dirt farmer. So this episode will be very redstone heavy. For my mega base, I will be needing a lot of mud. And to sell, of course. To get more mud, we will need lots of dirt. And one of the best ways to get infinite dirt is to craft it using gravel. Where will we get the gravel, you ask? Well, we will be building a giant bartering setup. Where will we get the gold? A while back, Squishy and Huskarman hinted towards a deal, so I could get gold from their giant gold farm. So we will need to visit them sometime during this episode to finalize that deal. But before we build this thing, the last round of Sardines was a couple of days ago. So let's see what happened there. I just got word that the next round of Sardines is starting. Hello.
Hey, where are you?
Over here.
I'm just looking up in the air.
Let the games begin.
Yeah. I'm gonna find it first this time.
No.
I swear.
Has it just been hidden? Like 5 minutes ago or something?
Yeah, like
so.
5 minutes.
Ah, nice. Well, good luck finding it second.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it first.
I started looking in Cream's tower, as there's a nice hidden area over there. After that, I checked Nulik's shop, I checked the pillars of Squishy's gold store, I checked Cream's moss shop, and of course, I checked the mud hut. Not there.
Yep.
I already checked it. Again, I checked Bill's rocket shop, Toots' ocean rift,
Ow!
and Huskar's meat shop.
I'm gonna be so embarrassed if it's in my spot. Scuba's in the basement.
I heard that. After that, I checked Binish shops, Bill's bakery, and Silver's shop. Hi Binish.
That was a good hiding spot.
Good job.
Good hiding. Oh.
Oh no.
Legitimately the first place we
Oh.
started looking.
Really?
I've already checked like 10 places. So...
Yeah, you not found it yet? Ooh.
It's hard.
Nope.
No one else has found it yet.
I couldn't find anything. And I searched all the places I could think of. Until at one point, I saw some suspicious trapdoors.
Oh! We found
Hey!
it at the same time.
There you go.
Wow.
I checked inside
And
this
team-
thing the last round.
And
Yeah.
T-Man just said like maybe it's camouflaged or something. Okay, that was a good fun.
Yeah, that was a
really
good one. So yeah, Huskarman and me found the sardine at the exact same moment. It was pretty funny. And that means that we are not lost again. Woohoo! So now we have 3 losers, which are Tooth, Bills, and Sylphs. And they will need to compete in one last final loser round. And I don't actually know if that happened already, so I will get back with that. Anyway, I have gathered all the materials I will need for this bartering setup. So let's not keep you waiting, and let's build this thing. Let's go! There we go, all done. What a beast, isn't it? This farm was designed by Raceworks. I will link the tutorial in the description, so check it out. Oh, and by the way, I heard who the loser was. The loser of Sardines. It was Bills. Apparently he didn't got a hint, because last time he got a hint, he flew directly to the head. Immediately. That was pretty impressive. Anyway, I can't wait to see him wear the hat and the cape on the server. But now that we have built everything, there's a couple of things we still need to do to get this functioning. One of them is to set the correct amount of items in that ethos hopper clock over there. And the other one is to get 24 piglin broods into this little chamber here. Alright, a couple of days ago, I got a visit from Huskar. who was kind enough to buy me some name tags from his villagers. After that, I built a platform next to our bartering setup to catch 24 piglins named Bart. Well, actually, it was 25, but somehow I lost Bart number 3. But later I found him, all the way over here, on my redstone. He was there up until he started attacking Huskar. So now, he's in his little box over here. Hello, Bart number 3. Anyway, after we captured 24 Barts, I tested the setup and it works flawlessly. I put some gold in the chest over here, that's now in the hopper, and if we turn it on, we can see gold's being thrown at the piglins. They throw out their items and everything shoots over. And after discussing with Huskar and Squishy, they agreed to a deal. They get to use the bartering system whenever they want, and I get to use their gold farm. So I AFK'd the gold farm and the bartering setup for about 2 days now. And would you look at this? We've got tons of items. And even more over here, we've got a bunch of gravel. And that's what we actually need. We have a lot of arrows. I don't have a use for them yet. We have a lot of quartz. We've got iron nuggets, so we finally have a source of iron now. We have a bunch of soul sand. We have nether bricks. We've got ender pearls, but that's not as useful as we have the ender already, and we can get some ender pearls from there if we want. We have fire charges. I also don't have a use for that. We have crying obsidian. We have normal obsidian. Actually, we have a shulker more, but we're gonna make a deal for that shulker. We have leather, and we have tons of fire resistance potions, and even more in this row. Also, we have this whole chest full of soul speed, 3 books, and a bit more. So I would say this farm is successful. And I already brought some stock over to the Basalt Alpha to sell it, but we have a bunch more in our ender chest. So let's head over there and let's stock it completely. Alright, we're back in the Basalt Alpha, and I stocked everything here. So we are now selling fire resistant potions, quartz, leather, soul speed 3, gravel, soul sand, string, nether bricks, and blackstone. And of course, later on we're also gonna sell obsidian, crying obsidian, fire charges, and spectral arrows. When I went here, something caught my attention, and it's right over there. There is this Wither Enderman skulk looking thing here, and there's a book next to it. Arcadian. A life form escaped its cell late last night, and we need your help to capture it so we can keep the world safe from its destruction. It will be a dangerous mission, but if you're willing to risk your life to save Arcadia, we could use your help. Please rename a piece of paper and put it in a barrel if you're willing to help. We'll be in touch soon. AMODAS thanks you. Rose, the head of operations. And as you can see, I already put my paper in the barrel here. Apparently, this server needs our help. I can't wait to find out what this is all about. We will probably see that soon. Distractions aside, it's time to get to our base to begin the next step of our dirt farming operation. I brought over a couple of shulker boxes. 3 of them are full with gravel, and 1 of them has a bunch of dirt in it. And the next step of our dirt operation is to combine these to make coarse dirt. Let's go into the crafting menu and let's make ourselves some coarse dirt. So now instead of 1 stack of gravel and 1 stack of dirt, we have 2 stacks of coarse dirt. And if you place down this coarse dirt, you can use your hoe to actually transform it into normal dirt. And that's how we're gonna make infinite dirt. But we're not gonna place it down manually. That would be too much work. So we will be making an extension to our blasting chamber, where we can convert our coarse dirt to normal dirt. So let's get on with that. So first of all, we're gonna need to place some blocks in a shape like this. And we're gonna need a piston over here. This piston will be pushing everything to over here. Because as you can see, if we place a block there, it will feed it into our blasting chamber. Then we will need to power the block over here, so we can detect if a block is placed over here. Then we're gonna take that output using a repeater with an observer looking into it. This observer will activate this node block right over here. And yeah, that's not gonna work. Let's see. Let's place some temporary blocks over here. Get back up our observer and place the observer like this. This observer will activate a redstone line, and this redstone line will activate this piston with a target block on top of it. I actually don't know if the target block is necessary, but let's just keep it that way. Then we can detect that signal again using a repeater going into a block to activate this piston. So if everything is okay now, yep, there we go. Our block is moving, but it has a slight delay, and that delay will give us the correct amount of time to use our hoe on the coarse dirt. Now we can remove these blocks and we can get to this circuit over here. But first let's make a little platform where we can stand on to make it a bit easier to connect everything. This circuit over here will activate a dropper over here, so that every time we place a block, it will also activate this dropper so we can get a coarse dirt from a storage right over here. Let's first get ourselves a storage over here, something like that. Then we're gonna place some chests like this. Let's make the storage a little bit bigger. There we go. We've got some storage over there now. And the only reason that I have this line of hoppers is because of aesthetics. Because we're gonna build something nice around this. Anyway, to activate the circuit, all we need is a hopper line. We need one block over there and a repeater over here. And this repeater needs to be set to 2 ticks. And that should be everything. So if we place a couple of netherrack over here and we place a block here, it should give us a netherrack every time. There we go. It works. It also feeds it to the bottom and it feeds it into our blasting chamber. One last thing we want to do is to place a carpet or a moss carpet over here, so we cannot place blocks in front of it. Anyway, let's test if this works. So we're gonna remove this netherrack here, add some coarse dirt into the dropper, and then we can go and stand on a moss carpet here and just hold right click. And as you can see, yeah. I need to aim over here in the corner, or else we can actually place something on top of the dirt block there. So aim for that corner and then everything will work perfectly. And as you can see, everything is being fed into the blasting chamber correctly. There we go. Boom! It's working flawlessly. And there is one more thing I can add here, because if we place a stairs right over there and a block right over here, and if we then waterlock the stairs, then we can actually use it as a concrete converter too. Speaking of which, this thing also doubles as a log stripper. So if we need some stripped logs, we can come here with our axe in our hand and some logs in the offhand, and then we can make stripped logs with ease. All in all, this is a perfect addition to our blasting chamber. I got this design from a YouTube channel called Splashes and Puddles, and I changed it a little bit because for some reason it was locational. So at one location in my creative world this would work, and in another location it would not work. And the only difference with that tutorial is that I added this part right over here with the sticky piston and the repeater to get ourselves a 0 tick into this thing. Or a 1 tick? I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm gonna use all the gravel we got from the Bartering Farm to make a bunch of dirt for the next step in our operation. I have been busy. See these 3 shulkers over here? I used the new coarse dirt to dirt converter to get ourselves 3 shulkers full of dirt. So now it's time for the next step. and that's to automate our dirt to mud conversion. So let's hop into another time lapse and let's go. Alright, looks like this is finished too. And as you can see, I also moved the on-off switch from the basalt and stone generator to down there, and the button to switch in between stone and basalt mode. Anyway, let's see if this thing works. We will take some dirt from this chest over here. And... yeah. I have to remember, this thing is not an automated piston. We actually need to turn it on. So, let's see if this works. And it does not seem to make mud out of it. Let's see why not. I don't know why this is not working. So, I will investigate and I will be back with you soon. And we fixed it. With the help of the SciCraft Discord. It looks like there's some redstone dust update order stuff going on here. So, it's probably a locational thing. But there was an easy solution. That was to make sure that this hopper minecart over here was not able to suck out the water bottle in the dispenser here. So it's just simply filling it up with more glass bottles over here. And now it works. There we go. So now if we go over here and we stand over here, you can see we're actually automatically making mud. This is so much quicker than using a shovel. I do think I have to improve on my delivery system here, because it doesn't seem like I'm getting back enough dirt. But that's something for another time. I'm going to AFK this now. So before we wrap up this episode, I want to do one more thing. And that's why we're here in the shopping district at Beanbon's base. You see, when I was building the ship, I was actually short one stack of prismarine bricks, and Beanbon came to the rescue. So I want to give something in return, and I went to his house, but it looks like Beanbon is a bit of a nomad. He's got projects everywhere, but he doesn't seem to really live in his house. So I decided the best place to leave him a little present is right over in his shop. So let's put down a barrel, and I've got some muddy mangrove roots and mud. Bean, thank you again for the prismarine bricks. Scuba, there we go. Really appreciate it. It saved my time lapse in the last episode. Alright, with our mud converter done, our coarse dirt to dirt converter, and a massive bartering system, this is gonna be it for this episode. We made a lot of progress, and that means we are getting closer to actually starting our mega base. So, hopefully, we can start that next week. Anyway, this was it for this episode. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!